Hey, 1 2 1 2, testing, test 1 2. So should I just introduce myself in Portuguese? Okay, yeah. You recording already? Meu nome é Tiago Frúgoli, sou um músico e educador de São Paulo, Brasil. Yes, mostly I did live for 1 year in San Diego, California, but other than that, São Paulo, Brazil, just my whole life. Well, coming to California always brings back a lot of memories just because I lived here as a kid. So it's always a good opportunity to separate what I miss about here and what I actually miss about being a kid. So that's always a nice experience when I'm here. Not everybody realizes how big Brazil is. My experience of Brazil is very connected to my experience of São Paulo. São Paulo is probably a lot more urban and not postcard beautiful looking as people would expect. I got a lot like, oh yeah, it's beautiful down there. I said, well, São Paulo is it's beautiful. It's nice in its own way, but not like pictures from Rio. I've been going back to Madvillian and J-Lib. I just put those two albums on my phone before the trip, so I've been listening to them. It changes with time and it's not really easy, but I've been saying lately that I make hip-hop inspired Brazilian jazz, if that makes any sense. Casa was recorded in São Paulo, Brazil. It was the first time I had written these tunes and brought in different musicians to play them along with me. More of like a classic jazz recording. Not that it would be like classic jazz like rhythm, but just a setting of like having tunes in which you improvise over and I did want to capture the songs the first time they were played. What I would do is like do several takes, and if it's not a full take, it's not a problem, and I would edit, just take the moments I really liked from each take. The track that has more edits is Longe. Longe has a lot of edits, like a lot of edit points, but not like editing, like taking a bass line from one take and stacking some other instrument on top of it. Just like cutting like all tracks together. Yeah, working like kind of like making a beat, just taking the moments I like and making the arrangement after it's been recorded. Yeah, a lot of editing. I was thinking about late 60s to early 70s jazz records when the Rhodes was brought in. Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, Joe Zawinul. It still like had a jazz vibe to it. It was still mixed like a jazz record, but it already had electric instruments. What I do sometimes is I'll create a Wolf compressor setting for a project. Like I'll create a mastering preset for a project, so I would already start mixing with that on my master bus, so that would already direct my mixing process. But yeah, a lot of Faraday limiter, Wolf compressor, trem control for Rhodes. I really like to use trem control for electric piano with the harmonic tremolo. I use that a lot. Sometimes stereo, sometimes mono, sometimes very subtle, but still there so that the sound isn't like totally flat. It still has a evolving thing to it. There's two different answers for that. I would probably be teaching because it's something I do as a musician, and if I weren't to teach music, I would probably be teaching something else. But I really like type design, and I'm really not trained to it in any way. But if I were to start from zero and do something that's totally unrelated to music, I might pick up type design. It's just something I'm really into. If I weren't in São Paulo, I'd probably move to the Bay Area. I was just there last week and just got like a lot of love there. So much great vibes, great people, very chill, a lot of creative people. If I were in São Paulo, maybe I'd be there. Awesome, man.